it's me, Renee. I'm back. So today I'm here for quite a fun video, really. I think. So lately, I think this last few 3 or 4 years, challenges have been becoming a thing on your booktube. So instead of doing like a book tag on this and that, though you still have some tags that are common everywhere on booktube, tags are not trendy. And though I still love tags myself, now like the big thing is challenges. And yes, I kind of think a lot of these challenges are really fun. And I kind of thought like, you know what? I want to make my own challenge. So if you're watching this and you think, fun, then feel free to do it. So first, I'm just gonna go over the stuff and like the prompts and stuff, or prompts, the challenges, and then I'm gonna do it myself because I'm not gonna cheat. I'm gonna do it myself as well. But yeah, first I kind of want to go through it all because I kind of want to do a way to like also like tell you about some different stuff, like a way of a little story time because some of the challenges are kind of like related to stuff. And yeah, at the end I'll tag some people and they might do it, they might not. Though I have kind of realized that doing these kind of videos maybe aren't that inclusive. Like if you read mostly ebooks and if you don't own paperbacks or hardcovers, I suppose challenges books kind of are difficult. I suppose maybe you could like use it like you could do a randomizer on your ebook shelf. I'm not sure, but like if you have some physical books and you want to do it, you should do it. And yeah, just almost ready to start for reals. So yeah, I just got a mint because it's gonna take some time now. Yeah, this is gonna be a bit of a long video, but yeah, it's fun. So yeah, mm, I can't. Yeah, I can. So yeah, this is what I'm gonna call the Christmas Booktube 12 Days Challenge. Because a name, you have to have it. So why not do it that way? And because 12 days of Christmas. Now, you know what? I'm just gonna give it a moment. Just have to check that there's no challenge like this already. I just checked, it's not. So yeah, this is yet again the Christmas 12 Days of Christmas Booktube Challenge. The games begin. Sounds ominous. Okay, let's start. So first, as I said, I'm just gonna go through it, and then after I'm gonna do it myself. And so the idea is to get, as with most challenges, there's a time limit. So the idea is to get minimum to get it done in 12 minutes, or maximum 25 minutes, or to get as close to those as you can. So like if you get, for example, if you do 10 minutes instead of 12, yay. If you get 15, yay. So like hopefully you won't get this done in 40 because that's fail. But like if you get a bit over, a bit under, that's okay. But yeah, get as close to those two numbers as you can. And of course, I'll still have all the rules in a doobly-doo. But yeah, sorry. First prompt is red on cover, so pretty easy really. And like Christmas, it's kind of most people as you associate Christmas with the color red, Santa Claus, etc. etc. So maybe that's more or less Santa Claus. What else in Christmas is red? Presents? Well, I suppose they don't have to be red, but yeah, Santa Claus. So yeah. And then next prompt is tree on cover, because Christmas trees. You have Christmas trees in homes, you have them in streets, etc. etc. So yeah. And as I said, the beginning of this challenge is not that difficult. After a while, it gets a bit more difficult. The next next challenge is snow on cover, because often you associate snow with Christmas, fresh snow, new snow, etc. etc. And yeah, there's a lot of books out there with snow on cover, so shouldn't be difficult, though who knows. And then the next number 4 is Dickens or a classic. And this one, now it gets time to talk because I feel like this kind of have to explain, at least for me. You might need to explain it. So for me, I kind of associate Christmas with uh, BBC adaptation of Austen or BBC adaptations of Dickens or like any of those classics. I think more or less every Christmas there's been a new miniseries or a movie that's been adapted from one of those classics that's been on TV, or maybe it's been on in cinemas, or like yeah, often you think associate that with TV, at least for me. I think that's something that people all do all over the world, though I don't know. So that's kind of I feel like I have to explain to say why the challenge is in there. Like it's not totally random. Like I made it for a reason. So yeah. So yeah, I do Dickens because I feel like Dickens is like he's. I think he wrote several at least. At least he wrote one classic Christmas story, Christmas Carol. But I think he wrote more. And yeah, he feels like very Christmassy. Though like it can also be a classic like Jane Austen or Jules Verne, or like it doesn't have to be an English classic. It can be a classic from your own country. So yeah. And then next is The Holiday. You know the movie from 2005, 6. Yeah, you know that movie. I love it so much. And yeah, it's a rom-com, but it's set in Christmas. So yeah, I feel like it has a very like Christmassy feel to it. Like it's set during Christmas, and it kind of like the end is in New Year's. So yeah, I'll say like it's a Christmas movie really. And yeah, so I love that movie. So the prompt challenge for this one is a romance with two couples, because in the holiday you have two couples, not just one. And it's yeah, I suppose some books have like a couple that's kind of in the periphery, but like there's a main couple that's taking up all the space. So just to be quite precise here, there needs to be like two couples that have equal amount of page time. It can't be like there's one that's mentioned every 10 chapters. No, it has to like be they're both equal importance. So yeah, I suppose that could be a challenge, but hey, it's a called a challenge, so it should be difficult. But yeah. Mm. And then the next one is challenge number 6 is a book you got for Christmas. Then again, this shouldn't oh could be difficult, I know, but like often people on booktube get books for Christmas, so yeah, a way of thinking back like which book did I get for Christmas and where is it, and yeah. Sorry. And then number 7 is a book set during Christmas. And then number 8 is Diverse December. In case I suppose it's not widely known, I suppose maybe it's known-ish, but yeah, Diverse December is this initiative to like read diverse during December. I suppose maybe because literate like DD. But yeah, so this year is I suppose slightly Christmas related, but yeah. So the prompt here is to pick a diverse book. It can be sexuality, it can be own voices, it can be different religion, it can be a different ethnicity, it could be uh, like health, like in like health issue, like the disabilities or like that, or what have you. Anyway, it's diverse. Yeah, go crazy. Well, crazy, but yeah. Number 9 is childhood fave. So you often, at least myself, I often kind of associate Christmas with uh, childhood, with my upbringing. How like you often, at least often you think about Christmas like time for kids. It's like it's a lot of focus around presents. It's a focus around family, and family is kind of important in your childhood and stuff. And yeah, so yeah, I decided to go like yeah, choose a childhood favorite. Now, you might ask yourself, Renee, how do you define childhood? Well, I'm defining it from years 0 till 12. I suppose, yeah, I suppose you can't count 0 because you probably didn't have a favorite book at 0, but you know it. Yeah. So like between those ages, I would say like when you're 13, you're more teen than a child. Well, you're still a child, but like yeah. So I'm setting the limits there from 0 to 12. So if you had a read book you loved when you were 4, when you were 6, when you were 10, when you were 11, pick it. So yeah. Mm, sorry. Number 10, Agatha Christie book. Because as with Dickens, in my childhood there was more or less always an Agatha Christie adaptation that came out during Christmas. The ones with David Suchet, they would more or less always be coming out at Christmas. Sorry, and they would also like if they more often they would have like one or two of those a year. So like they would have show the two new ones, but they would also have reruns of the old ones. And yeah, so like I really associate Agatha Christie with Christmas, and also a lot of her books takes place during Christmas and kind of give that Christmassy vibe. So yeah, an Agatha Christie book. Then the prompt number 11 is caroling. You know, often you might associate caroling with Christmas. People going out singing Christmas songs, spreading cheer and joy, and all that. And here, I'm actually going a bit off track ish. So instead of saying a book with songs in them, as you might think, no. Here you have to choose a book with disguise or costumes. Because when you're going caroling, you have to disguise yourself. At least that's what I usually did. Like I would like take on different costumes and then walk around singing, hoping to get some Christmas cookies. So yeah, that's what I did in my childhood. We put on like we dressed as a princess, we dressed as a bear, etc. etc. Well, not beer, a bear, a bear. Yeah, you the animal, not drink. Yeah, you get it, and etc. etc. So yeah, a book with a disguise in it. Then the next one is prompt number 12. Gingerbread or sweets. Christmas often a time for when you think like, I can eat all the chocolate, I can eat all the cookies in the world. No one's gonna think twice because it's a time to enjoy yourself and you just enjoy all the sweets. I mean, everyone does it. It's not like no one ever feel like, oh, okay, that's one Christmas cookie too many. No, they don't. It's just all the Christmas cookies are allowed. So yeah, so this one is a book with baking or sweets somehow involved in the story. It can be on the cover, can be focused in a book, could be in one chapter, what have you. It doesn't have to be a big thing, though. I suppose if it's a big thing, extra points. Number 13, games and fun. Often Christmas might be a time when you uh, play more games than usual. At least I suppose if you're ordinary person. I like to play games all year round, but some people do it just around holidays. So yeah, seems a bit weird, like me not being ordinary, but I would say like I'm I'm too cool. I'm not too cool. I'm a bit quirky, so I'm more quirky or nerdy than the ordinary Joe. So yeah, I'm quirky. I'm not ordinary. I'm quirky and fun. And yeah, so that's the explanation. But yeah, so often other people might like just do games during Christmas time. They might do board games. They might do party games. They might do card games, etc., etc. So with this one, pick a book that has a game in it for some in some way. It could be a bet. It could be a board game. It could be a yeah, it could be any sort of game really. That's but the game has to like be a let's say yes, like a big part of that book really has to like be really much in there somehow. So yeah, and then number 14, traditions. Often you think that people have different traditions during Christmas. They like to do this with their friends, do this with their family, they do this for themselves, etc., etc. So with this one, it's simply a book about traditions. this could either be a book about making new traditions, it could be a book about old traditions, it could be a book about different traditions in one book, etc., etc. Sorry. Next prompt is 15. Yeah, we're getting a bit longer, but yes, that it's gonna be a long video. Fairy tales. Often you might associate Christmas, at least I do, with fairy tales. Like you might watch a lot of fairy tale movies during Christmas. You might watch Disney movies during Christmas, etc., etc. So yeah, here simply pick either a fairy tale book or a retelling of a fairy tale. So either one of those, really. And then actually, this I kind of want to do a bit. Well, I kind of need to do a bit more talking here, explanation. So yeah, originally I thought like, okay, I'm just gonna get lots of fun prompts and then I'm just gonna see how long it is. I end up like originally ending at 15, and I thought like, no, I have some more ideas, and 15 is already over 12, like 12 days of Christmas. So okay, I'm gonna do more. But like, I had a few more ideas, but then I didn't have fun, a ton. So I ended up googling, like thinking like, okay, Christmas, googling Christmas stuff, and yeah, so kind of, well, I suppose kind of have like, so, yeah, some of these like, yeah, sorry, some of like from 11 until like 15, I googled stuff, but then I thought like, I kind of want to do more. I kind of don't want to stop here, so I thought like, are there any fun Norwegian Christmas stuff I can interpret into this one? And yeah, there are. So from here on out, well, it was not all of them, but some of these are Norway related. So this is your fun way of learning about Norway. So yeah, 16, the 33rd, sorry, 23rd of December, or lillejulaften. So this is like the day before Christmas. Well, I suppose, yeah, to Norwegians, like Christmas, the big day is Christmas Eve on the 24th. The 25th is a day with good food, but it's not like a huge day. Like for us, the big day is the 24th. That's the important day. That's the day that, yeah, everyone looking forward to and stuff. So the day before, we call it Little Christmas Eve, or lillejulaften. And so like you can like, yeah, this like, that's often, I suppose, depends. Like some people do like lots of Christmas decorations on that day. They might pack their last might wrap their last Christmas presents because we open them on the 24th. They might, there's lots of stuff that people traditionally watch on TV. There's lots you can listen to lots of Christmas songs, etc. etc. The 24th is, I would say, like, yeah, it's kind of a big day as well, really. And yeah, you might also like sing that, like, well, at least children sing like the song like, tomorrow it's Christmas Eve, Christmas Eve, Christmas Eve, Christmas Eve, Christmas Eve, Christmas Eve, or originally Norwegian, I morgen julaften, 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 I morgen julaften, julaften, jul. That gets a bit annoying because it's like seen that more or less all day, but yeah, it's a nice day. So yeah, and with this one, actually, I kind of went like end up doing a two-parter in a way. So you can either decide for this one, or you can do both. If you want to do that, it's up to you. So, 23rd December, you can a book that means something in your family. So like a book that your whole family loves, that your whole family has read together, or etc. etc. Because it's a day very set around family. I suppose whole Christmas is that, but yeah. Or B, a book that is penultimate in a series. If you didn't know, penultimate is the next to last book. So not the last book, but the next last. So like if a trilogy, it would be the second book. If it's a quartet, it would be the third book, etc. 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 So yeah. And then we have number 17, choir and songs. So often, at least with myself, I've kind of associate choirs with Christmas. There's often lots of choirs. Like if you go to a choir, you often have lots of rehearsal. You often have lots of performances during December. There's lots of performances during the Christmas weeks, etc., etc. So with this one, it's modern. Well, yeah, it's a song with a choir element. So there has to be a choir in the book somehow. Ha! Isn't it fun? That's a bit challenging, isn't it? Well, can be anyway. Sorry. And then, yeah, we're getting to the last one here soon. But yeah, not quite, but yeah, soon. Number 18, best of news. So often, like around Christmas, it's like the end of the year, so you think about, okay, what happened during this year. You're kind of wrapping it all up. You're summarizing the year. At least in Norway, you have the best of entertainment. Like you have a program of the best of stuff that happened in entertainment this year, the best of the news, the best of music, the best from the royal family. Like you have you usually only like have more or less one interview with them, and that's in the Christmas time where you interview the family and like talk about what happened this year, the royal family. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Etc. 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 Yeah. So this one is, as I said, best of news, and what it is a non-fiction book from this year that you loved. And it doesn't have to be preferably a book that's about like something current. So like from this year, it could be a book from this year. It is this year. It could be a book about Corona. It could be a book about Black Lives Matter. And yeah, preferably a book that came out this year. Though I suppose it can be a book that came like was republished this year, or it can be a book that you read this year, but preferably a book that came out this year. Or it could be a book on Maradona. I mean, he just died. Like, there's lots of stuff to choose from this year. So yeah, it could be a book about fires, like the climate, because like the early of the year in Australia, we had those fires, and you know. So yeah, let's move on to the next. I'm getting a bit tired. You know what? I'm gonna take la 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 la. Little break here. I'm just gonna rest a bit, and you can just watch my beautiful show. And yeah, so number 19, best of entertainment, a fiction book that gave you joy this year. So instead of just being a fiction book that you read this year, that came up this year, it's a fiction book that you love. That it also, I suppose, can be a book that made you think, but also like it has to be a book that gave you joy somehow, like spreading joy. This is a fun way of recommending a book. So yeah. Number 20, Santa Lucia. This is actually not originally a Norwegian thing. It's an Italian thing. There was like in Italian saint, Lucia or Lucia. I'm not quite sure. We say Lucia or Lucia. Sorry, we say Lucia. And yeah, it's the 13th of December. People like you have this special cakes that you eat, and then you often like kids walk around and they sing this song and stuff. And yeah, but it's originally from Italy. I'm not quite sure what it was originally. I think like it was some kind of saint who did something. I'll link it in Julu. But yeah, and here it's a bit of an easy one. Well, easy is. It's a book with an angel. A book with an angel. And then the 21st. Oh, sorry. Prompt 21st, 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 21st. Julekalender. So here in Norway, it's actually like I suppose all over. It's well, a lot of places it's kind of commonish to have advent calendars where you have either gifts or you have chocolate that you eat every day of the first 24 days of December. It's like yeah, it's like looking forward to Christmas Eve. So you anticipate with like eating one thing each day and stuff. But in addition to that, which we also have in Norway, it's a big thing in Norway as well. But we also have like a thing where you have Christmas, sorry, where you have a children's series where we have like one episode every day until the 24th. So I suppose it's a mini series. It's like usually just goes that year. It's not like something that's many years. Like it's just that year it is. But yeah, and yeah, it's often like a big to do. Like the kids love it, and yeah, it's very fun. You know what? I'll link a very fun video for one of those in down below because it's just so good. And yeah, so this one is a book in a long series. So long meaning either 12 or 24 series, like 24 books. I suppose not. I suppose depends what you read, but like a lot of books are short. A lot of series are shorter. So to make it a bit easier, this can be a companion series. So like Discworld, a lot of them are standalones or trilogies, but like the whole thing together is huge. So you can use Discworld. So yeah, I'm being a bit nice here and there with challenges. I'm not giving you such a hard time really. And then 22nd, Christmas party. Often you have Christmas party with the people you go to work with. I think this is kind of a universal thing. No, again, I don't know, but I think it is. But yeah, you might have Christmas party where people you work with. I suppose people might sometimes have Christmas party with people they uh, go to the choir with. Like, yeah, it doesn't have to be with work. But yeah, um, and yeah, so this is a book set around the office or around work. So like, it has to be set around a working environment. Like, it has to be focused around that. So like a working romance or yeah, what have you. I just need to break a bit. And yeah, now it's getting to end. Don't worry, it's getting to an end. So this next one is challenge 23, just so you know. And this is Romjul. This actually no, it's like actually Norwegian thing. Though it's not Norwegian, but like we actually have a name for it. So the time between Christmas and New Year's, Christmas if it's the 25th or 24th, but either way, it's around those days, like depending where you are in the world. And New Year's, it's the 30th, sorry, 31st. So you normally have like 2 weeks or 2 weeks ish around those two dates. And that time around those two dates is called Romjula. Or I suppose you can say Mellomjula, which means a time between Christmas. Or like the time between those two. Well, the time between Christmas. I don't really know where Romjul is from, but that's kind of the most common used word for it. But yeah. Um and yeah, in that time at least, I think that's probably also like name for it is Norwegian. Well, I think it's Norwegian, but I don't really think you have like in a word for it, more or less a word for it in English. But like I mean you have the time in England, so it's not like completely a Norwegian thing. But yeah, and I think like what you do during it, at least for me, is like I often just kind of hang around the house, not doing much. I just kind of eat lots of chocolates, eat lots of good food, read a book, read two books, watch a nice movie, play some card games. I don't really have like I might do like read one book during one day. I don't really have lots of stuff that I do during that time. I just try to do as little as possible. Like I sleep half the day and etc. Like so you relax and then you just kind of become lazy, and just kind of enjoy that time really. I suppose as it should. It's the end of the year. You're kind of allowed to relax. At least I think so. And yeah, so the prompt for this one is a book that you go to for comfort. This could either be a book that you like to reread, or like can be an author that you kind of think you want to go to comfort, or yeah, choose it as you want. And then last two. soon. 24th is you know what? No, and then 24th. As I'm about to do like one thing, but I'm gonna mix them up. I'm gonna change them up. Give me a moment. I'm just gonna The 24th is movies. Often, I think this is a thing everywhere, but at least like often in Norway, it's very common to go to cinemas the third day of Christmas. Often you do that with your family. Like you might be tired of being in your house all day. Maybe it's bad weather. I don't know. But a lot of people they go to cinemas with their family and might go with their friends, but like often they go to cinemas during um that time between Christmas and New Year's, and often it is on like the 26th, 25th, 27th, around those dates. And yeah, it's kind of often a big deal. It's often like a huge day for cinemas in Norway. And yeah, so with this one, it's a book we would love to see adapted. And then the last one. You stayed in there for half an hour. Yay! Though, yeah, I'm gonna do it myself afterwards. So, but yeah, it's gonna be shorter. But yeah, New Year's Eve. A book you haven't read, but you're anticipating reading. So yeah, a book that you haven't read, but you're very excited to read. And yeah, and that's it. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you try it. I do. I know. I just said and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it myself, like their challenge. But I kind of need some tea. I kind of need a bit of a break. So I'm gonna stop the video here. I'm gonna film a new bit and then add it to this one. So see you soon. Bye. I'm back for my own participation in my, and also this will be the first video of hopefully a few more, many, but some more at least. Chris's booktube 12 to 25 days challenge. I know I'm almost changing the name. It's around there. If you, as long as you like have Christmas booktube challenge in there, I think you can understand it's mine. And as you credit me, it's good. So yeah, now I'm gonna, as you thought, I'm gonna do it myself. And let's find a timer. Let's see, timer. No, timer. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so first is red on cover. Red on cover here. It's not huge, but it's there. It doesn't need to be huge. So yeah, that one. Tree on cover. Tree on cover. Tree on cover. I'm not sure. Is there any trees on cover? Yep, this one has there. You see a tree? Yay! And then snow on cover. Snow, snow, snow. Snow, snow, snow. Snow, snow on cover. I don't know. Mm. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip that one because am I? No. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do this one. So as you can see, it's frostbites, and that's snow-ish. I'm gonna count it. And then you have Dickens or classic. Okay, let's see. And then we have Dickens. Haha. And then romance for two couples. Two couples. I'm going with Reticence by Gail Carriger. You have both Percy and then Arsenic, and then you have actually like 3 or 4 couples in this one. There's a wedding in this one, so yeah. A book you got for Christmas. Okay, give me a moment. No, it's here. I got this one last Christmas for my sister. So yeah. And then a book it's set during Christmas. Set during Christmas. Moment. Sorry. Okay. Set during Christmas. Set during Christmas. Flagging out here. One of these stories set during Christmas. So yay. Also, yeah, you know what? I think this is actually better. Mistletoe and Murder. Christmas. Ha. Check out Diverse December, Diverse Spirit book. Diverse. Latinx culture, and also the protagonist is fat. And then childhood favorites. With this one, I'm gonna go with. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. Stjärna Forteller. So it's a version of it's like a Greek myths have come into one book. I love this as an audiobook as a kid. I don't know why I kept on talking, but I did. Oh, I suppose I have more time, so yeah. Agatha Christie book. Honestly, don't think I have one here. Yeah, bit weird me making it, but yeah, I have Agatha Christie books, but they aren't here. They are in another room, so I'm just gonna skip one. So yeah, a book with costumes and disguises. A jacket. Lots of disguises in this one. And then gingerbread sweets, a book with baking of sweets. Book with sweets. Yep, this one has some Christmas cookies. Actually, all set during Christmas. Games and fun. Books with a game. I just made this today. I'm already blanking out on books. I'm so smart. I'm just gonna go over this one. It's set in a boarding school. I'm pretty sure it has some. No, it's set in Hong Kong, like during a vacation. But I think there's some games here. I'm just gonna go with that one. Traditions. I'm so smart, making something that I can't do myself. I'm so smart. I'm so. Haha. Kingdom of Copper. So even though I haven't read this yet, I'm pretty sure this is like about like different traditions, different societies in this world. So yeah, gonna go with this one. fairytale or retelling. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Such an old retelling of King Midas. Mm. And then a book that means something to me. I'm just gonna do that one. This one is penultimate in a series. And then choir elements. Choir elements. Choir. Choir. I'm just gonna pass. I don't know choir ones. Yeah. You probably have some, hopefully. But it's supposed to be some difficult now and then. Best of news non-fiction this year. Okay. Stamped. It came out this year. It's about racism, anti-racism, and history of it. Very good read. And then book that gave me joy. Spoiler alert! Came out this year. So good. Also, just amazing read. Book with an angel. Book with an angel. Well, okay. Wait, look like angel. There's an angel like in a name, and this angel also like necklace. I'm gonna use it. It's a bit quirky, but yeah, I'm not strict. Even in myself. Okay, a book in a long series. Book in a long series. Book in a long series. Jeff set sail. It's no, sorry. Just relax. It's not that long. Give a moment. Aha. Golden Presents. The first series is 9 books, and then there's companion series. So yeah, I'm gonna go with this one because I have like 2 series, but also kind of one series. So yeah. A book set in an office. Book set in an office. Book set in an office. I'm so smart, making stuff up, and I don't know. Haha! It's me. It's set in school. It's romance set in school. So yeah, I'm gonna take this is based office. Yay. Working place, office, school, working place. Yeah. Um, book you go to for comfort. Gonna have to go with. Which book am I gonna have to go with? So many of the books. I'm gonna go with Geekerella for this one. Actually, I haven't reread it in quite some time, but I'm imagining I'm gonna get comfort from reading this one. I should reread soon. Anyway, that one. And book you would see adapted. You know what? Constable and Soup in Norwegian, actually. But yeah, just honestly, any of Garrett P. Jones' books would just be so cool adapted. I think they would just amazing. So yeah. And then a book you haven't read, I'm very excited for. I'm gonna go with The Left-Handed Booksellers of London. And that's it. 11:40. So just under 12 minutes. Not that bad. And I even missed a few seconds because I have to pick something. So yeah, it would then kind of be 11:20. So yeah, quite happy with that. Quite happy. Fun. Fun. And now, yeah. I encourage you to do it. But precisely, I'm gonna tag Katie from Katie Reads and Writes. I'm gonna tag Rosie from Rosie Chuckshot. I'm gonna tag Annalisa Eli from Annalisa Eli. The people I most have contact with on YouTube. Who else do I tag? I tag them, and then yeah, also whoever wants to do it, do it. And yeah, I hope you have a nice day, evening, night, whatever, and bye bye.